every day that you stay stuck in the loop of indecision, it is costing you. And I'm going to talk very specifically today about one decision that you are losing energy, peace, and money about. You are giving away your life, your connection, your relationships in, and it is the decision of whether to stay in your relationship or to leave. And you are probably a high-achieving, successful woman, and because of that, you are staying longer. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly what it's costing you to not make the decision about whether you stay in your relationship or leave. And I'm going to give you some more information around this that you really need to know so that you can start making the decision, so that you aren't just staying stuck in something that is draining you and costing you connection to your kids, to your life's purpose, to your business, to all of the things, to yourself. We're going to get you back there. And talking dollar signs is often motivating for so many of us. My name is Jessica Frew, and I am a decision-making coach for high-achieving women. And the question that most women come to, that they've been sitting on for years and years, is the decision whether to stay in their relationship or leave. And today I want to tell you how much this is actually costing you, and also why you've been waiting, and how we're going to get you out of that quicker, sooner, faster. Most women wait 3 to 10 years to get a divorce. And as I'm saying this, I have clients that have been sitting on this decision for 30 plus years. They have known since the day they got married that they needed to divorce, but it was just, I'll do it someday. I'll do it when this happens. I'll do it when this happens. I'll wait until this moment or this X, Y, and Z happens, until things slow down, until my kids graduate, until my business is settled. And I call bullshit. We are done waiting. And here is why, is because every day you are sitting on this decision, it is costing you not only your energy, your connection to other people, your all of these things. It's costing you your soul. It's costing you connection to your kids. It's costing you time with your kids. It's costing you focus. It's costing you clarity. It is costing you money. And on the low end of this, it is costing you $54.80 a day to not make the decision. That is $383 a week, $1,444 a month, $1,644 a month, and over $20,000 a year. And now let's run the math. If you've been sitting on this on the conservative side for 3 to 10 years, trying to decide whether to get a divorce or not, it is costing you $60,000 to $200,000 already. And again, this is on the conservative side. This is for an average woman, female individual. We are not talking about the high-achieving woman who this is keeping you from taking action on your goals. It is keeping you from blossoming into this version of yourself. It is keeping you from getting up and being able to have the energy you want and need to go chase your biggest dreams. We're not even including that in this number. This is including costs of how much it's costing you in your health, how much it's costing you in attorney's fees, because the longer you wait, the higher those attorney fees go up. Because first of all, you're making more money. Secondly, you are getting into more high conflict. The longer you stay in a situation that doesn't serve you, the bigger the feelings of loss and bitterness and anger and resentment get. And so when you finally file for that divorce, you are both so heated, and it has gotten so big that it is going to cost you more in attorney's fees. It is going to cost you more in alimony and child support and all of these things, because it has hit this huge breaking point, an explosive breaking point. I think about Nicole Walters, and now she is putting all of this out there right now of how much it cost you to make this decision. In fact, she is the one that encouraged me to start offering a specific offer that is for high-achieving women who are trying to stay in their or trying to decide if they stay in their relationship or not, because she recognized how much money it would have saved her to work with me in that moment. It would have saved her thousands and thousands of dollars. And more importantly, it would have saved her her energy, her connection to her daughters, her all of these things. This is what happens. And you can go hear it and read it in her own words on her Substack. Like, she is putting it out there, and it is amazing because we need to be talking about it more. We need to be talking about how much it is costing us emotionally, physically, and all of those things. And also in our checking accounts, in our bank account, when we aren't taking action. And so I want you to be thinking about this. And if you are like, oh gosh, I don't even know if I want to know how much it's ultimately costing me, but I kind of do. I'm a little bit curious. You can go take my Indecision cost calculator quiz. It'll take you less than like 2 minutes. And it's going to first help you identify how long you've been sitting on this decision and how much it's cost you on the low end. Remember, I am talking low numbers here to make it conservative. And then you can see what it's costing you financially. You can go take that at theboldlogic.com/indecision, or the link is below. Now, I want to give you a little bit more about like the breakdown of where these costs are coming from. First, financially, obviously, we're talking about attorney's fees. The longer you wait on a relationship, again, the more high conflict it gets, the more assets you have together, the more you have built your business or solidified things, and then the attorney's fees compound, and also what you are going to pay. Now, also in this same thread, your productivity as a business owner or as a CEO or a founder is dropping because in the back of your head, you have this huge thing weighing on your heart. Think of how successful you have been dragging this load behind you, and imagine how much your productivity levels are going to go up if you drop it, if you are willing to drop the load. You are also going to have more emotional capacity. The energy spent managing your situation at home, trying to fix the relationship, trying to be more to problem solve is going to, that energy is going to come back to you. And again, you're going to have more productivity. You're going to have mental clarity. You're going to have time back to focus on what it is you want and need. Women get so afraid in going for a divorce because if you have children, we think we are losing time with our kids, but you already are, because you can't be deeply connected to your children if you have this thing in your mind that is keeping you disconnected from yourself, that is keeping you disconnected from your day-to-day life. It is impacting your relationship with your kids, whether you want to acknowledge that or not. You actually get more focused, concentrated time with your kids when you go through the divorce because you get to hyper focus on them. And I know it's crazy, but there is this thing that happens when you have shared custody where it's like the time you have with your kids actually creates more connection to them because you know it's limited. And so you are focused, you are in it, you get to have all this time. And then when they are gone, you get to have this time to hyper focus on yourself and your business and all those things. And you come back, when your kids come back energized, ready to go, ready to hear about what's going on with them and be so focused on them. So that is a big thing that comes up for so many women. And I want you to know that you still get to have that deep connection to your children. In fact, you probably get an even deeper connection because you start talking about real things. You get to be more real because you aren't walking on eggshells. You aren't worried about your partner and how you have to solve the relationship there and how you have to be the person that bridges the gap and keeps things calm and fixes all of the problems. Instead, you get to actually have deep connection to yourself and to the relationships that matter. You might not have kids. It might be other relationships that you are looking for that deep connection to. Some of the stories we tell ourselves when we are navigating this decision and we don't want to act on it, we might be telling ourselves, I just need to be sure. I need to be really sure before I take this action. And sure, you need to be sure. But if you've been thinking about this for a long time, it means you are sure. And also taking the next step forward is going to give you more clarity. It isn't going to mean you have to blow up your whole life and everything has to change in a moment and you just have to rip it to shreds all at once. It means that you are going to gather information as you take each step forward. We don't need to blow up everything. We don't need to file for divorce tomorrow. We need to know what the next best step is for you and your situation. We often think, I need more information. Okay, but are you actually getting the information you need? Because so many women I talk to, they're not getting the information they need. They're gathering information from their best friend, from their mom, from their sister, from their uncle, from their aunt, from whoever. But it's not actually the information you need to move forward. I know what that information is. I know how to get you those things. I know how to support you in figuring out what is best and next for you. Because I'm outside of your situation. I am removed from this situation. I am just farther out from things. And so I can help you see clearly what it is you want and need, not just what you think or you should do or what you've been told you should do. And on another level in this, since we're talking about the ways I can support you in this process and helping you figure out what's next, what I have found is because I help women understand themselves and what they're looking for and what their next best step is that then when they go into meetings with their attorney, when they go into mediation with their partner, when they have conversations with their partner, or if you're in counseling with your partner, it saves you money because you know the conversation to have in those situations. So instead of going to counseling for years and just having these conversations that aren't actually leading anywhere, if you decide to stay in the relationship, I help you know what conversations to have and have them with clarity and confidence so that it moves you guys forward faster. If there has been infidelity on either side, whether by you or by your partner, I help you understand how to trust yourself again so that you can trust within the relationship, so that you can trust your next steps moving forward. All of those things come into play. That saves you time, energy, and money, whether you stay in the relationship or you leave, because I have done both and I know how to support you in either option. We also often tell ourselves, oh, I'm just doing this for my kids. I'm just going to stay for the kids. And you know what? That is bullshit. It is not fair for you to put that on your child. I talk to so many of my friends who are like, I just wish my mom and dad would have gotten divorced sooner. I just wish they would have left. I could have had a version of my mom that felt really good growing up if she had left my dad. But instead, I got this version that was blocked. There were walls. She was constantly worried about something and I didn't know what, but I could feel the disconnection as a kid. And now I can see it as an adult. And I wish she would have left him sooner. But no, we are putting it on our children that they're the reason we're staying. Well, I have to stay for my kids. I don't want to mess up their lives. There is, the studies used to say that divorce was the worst thing for the kid, but it isn't actually the divorce. It's the conflict between parents. And that is exactly what I help you mitigate. I help you understand how to keep that conflict at a low so that you can create the best outcome for you and your kids. And it takes you deciding that. It takes you taking the action. It takes you moving confidently forward and knowing what's best for you, because what is best for you is best for your kids. Waiting on this decision to stay in your relationship or to leave, we think that there's a way to neutralize it, to stay in this state. And you might feel this right now, that you are in this neutral state. I'm fine. I've protected myself. I've put up these things to suppress the emotions and stay as long as I can stay. I am in a neutral state. I'm in a neutral frame of mind about it. I can be here and be okay. And my friend, I am inviting you in to make a conscious decision. I want you to be in power of your decision making. And if you are in power of your decision making in your relationship, you get to step more fully into your power and decision making in your business, in your life, in your day-to-day decisions. And I want to invite you into that. And if you feel that, pause right now and go down to the notes and click the link to schedule a free call with me, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about how we can make this decision in my decision day process. Yes, we take a day. It is a luxury experience where we help get you clear on what it is you want, and then we create a plan for you to take action. And obviously there's follow-up past that so that you can keep building this muscle to make the decision, to take action one step at a time. You can go to theboldlogic.com/call to schedule a free call with me or head to the link down below. Now, if this is resonating to you and you are like, okay, I want more now, Jessica, what can I dive into now? You've scheduled the call, you've taken the Indecision cost calculator quiz, like you've done maybe those things, but you're like, I want more now. I encourage you to go watch this video on resentment and the human fulfillment model. It is going to help you understand where things are off in your relationship or your business. It's going to give you this clarity about why it's important to take action on what is best for you and how it's going to help you feel success in your life, feel safety to be yourself, to speak what it is you want and need, to take action in your business. It's going to help you with all of those things. So I really hope you will go watch this next video. If this is at all resonating, it's going to talk about some resentment that you've been building and the human fulfillment model and how you can have movement forward and what is next in that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting me. My goal and intention in life is for women to make decisions that are best for them, to save you money, and to continue forward in a way where you feel confident and sure of yourself and you are chasing those big dreams you have. Because I firmly believe that when women do this, when we take ownership of our decision making, when we bring in the money that is meant for us, we get to change the world in the best ways. And we get to bring up all of the other women along with us. And that is beautiful and healing. And I can't wait to get on a call with you and hear what it is that you are ready to act on and get you that clarity and momentum forward so that you can finally take that action, save the money, protect your energy, and finally feel safe to live the biggest, boldest life that you are meant to live.